to my channel. Today's video is going to be me doing a set. That's basically what we're doing today. I'm just gonna walk you through my process of doing this really bomb set that I did yesterday. It's Vlogmas day 3. Let's go ahead and hop right into it. So as always, when you get your nails done, you just prep the natural nail, take off the shine. Simple. Once I do that, I usually go in with this bit right here. It's kind of a pointier bit. It gets in the cuticle area real good. I've learned that this step helps me with no lifting with my sets. Once I started doing this, and I've perfected it pretty much. I'm not nervous anymore to use this drill bit. Once I got it down pat and I'm able to get that cuticle skin off of that nail bed and get down in there, it makes lifting like minimal, very minimal. When I do my sets usually last anywhere from 3 weeks to 4. So this client right here comes back pretty regular because she likes color changes and stuff like that. But she usually comes back that 2nd week, 3rd week mark, and she doesn't have any lifting. So this part is just me using that drill bit, getting in there, making sure I get all of that skin from the cuticle area along the side walls, just getting in there real good. So yep, that is what I'm doing here. Okay, so here I go in with my Swipe from Young Nails. It's an alcohol and swipe mixture. I use this as a nail cleanser and dehydrator. I just found that, again, this is another step that helps me personally. A lot of nail techs do things a million different ways. In my opinion, there's no right way, wrong way. Besides taking care of the natural nail, there's no right way, wrong way. It's what works best for you. And for me, spraying on my Swipe and alcohol mixture, it acts as a dehydrator and a nail cleanser at the same time. So after I use those drill bits and accumulate all that dust, it's swiping that off, removing it away, getting all the particles off. So when I put these nail tips on, they'll stick. And then it's also dehydrating the nail. Instead of using a dehydrator, I have not used an actual dehydrator nail product probably since I've been in nail school, if I'm being honest. This works better in my opinion for me. And like I said, I don't have any lifting on my sets, so I'm doing something right. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So here I am just adding on the tips. She always goes shorter, but these tips are stiletto shape, but if you cut them down, you get a coffin shape in a shorter nail form, which I absolutely love because you are saving literally so much time. You could buy pre-shaped coffin tip nails. I like stuff like this because it's kind of multifunctional. I get a stiletto and a coffin if I clip it down just a little bit. This tip is a straight, no curve stiletto tip. It is from iGel, and I can link all of the stuff in the description box, like the site that I usually shop from. But this brand, I believe, is from iGel Beauty. Just straight stiletto, long tips. So I'm just putting it on. Another tip that I like, or that I wish I would have learned sooner, is the fact that I use a brush on glue. I absolutely hate the glue that you squeeze out of the tube. I just don't have a lot of control. It sometimes when I was using it in the beginning, it comes out fast, it comes out slow, it dries out. I hated those things. And then they're so tiny, you have to keep buying like all those tubes. I just like to use Young Nails brush on glue. Not expensive, not too expensive, last a really long time, and you are literally, you get to control where the glue goes, and a little goes a long way with them. So yes. Here I am just shaping that tip. Now, like I said, with the method that I use, you don't have to do too much shaping. So, I don't spend too much time shaping the shape of the coffin. What you see me doing here is measuring the nail, and what I'm filing is the length. So there are a lot of different ways you can do length as far as measuring it. I personally like to use my file as my ruler, if you will. So you'll see me placing that file right up under that nail, and I usually have little marks. I go by the logo that's on the file, and wherever that first nail it stops that she's okay with, I put all of the nails at that mark and just make sure it touches and it reaches. So I don't spend a lot of time on the actual shape as much as I do the length, because that's what I need to get down to what the client prefers. So that is what I'm doing here. We're just gonna go ahead and take care of that shaping. Alrighty, so we are just about done with shaping. Once I do that, I do the hand-to-hand measurement just to make sure the left hand matches the right. That is extremely important to me, just in my sets personally. When I do my own nails, I hate when I put my hands side by side or someone says, let me see your nails, and I stick them out and my pointer finger on my left is shorter than the pointer finger on my right. That is a major pet peeve of mine. So I just do that and then just adjust accordingly, make sure all of the nails are the same length. Once I do that, I go in with my medium grit sanding band, and I remove the shine from my nail tip so the acrylic sticks better. But I'm also making that nail tip flush to the natural nail bed. It does not take too long to do this. You don't want to, burn the client, damage the natural nail bed. You don't want to spend too much time on this. Just a quick swipe will do the trick. Yes, so we are just about done with this hand. This set is probably the best set I've done in a while. I probably say that about every set that I do. I do want to get better recording method because, baby, I wish y'all could see up close and personal. So I have ordered a new stand just to get better at recording because this was not the angle I wanted, but 25 days of content. I had to put something out. I got to give y'all what I said I was going to give y'all. And I love doing the set. So I said, oh, I'm going to make it work. So right here, my client, somehow or another, the nail split. She stressed me out. She thought it was the funniest thing ever. She stressed me out. Her nail split. And that can happen, I find, with these clear tips because they're so thin. The slightest bit of whatever, it'll split. So this was a good opportunity for me to film and show the tips and tricks of being a nail tech and some things you can learn. So you do not have to remove that nail. The old me would have popped that off. I would have been so mad. I would have been cussing, frustrated, because I would have had to pop that off, put a new one, shape it, cut it, boom. No. Slap some glue on. You see me laying this paper towel over top, literally a piece of a paper towel, like a little strip. Put some glue on it. And you have basically at this point did a nail repair. They teach you this in nail school. You've done a nail repair. The nail glue is going to harden. This nail tip is no longer cracked. It's no longer cracked. It is, but you've repaired it. Clip off the excess. That's what you see me doing right now. I grab my scissors. I clip off the excess. I get my file. And I file them sides down. Any nail tech watching this, if you do not know this tip, it is a lifesaver. Sideways, diagonally. I have done this, I don't know how many times. You literally just need paper towel and nail glue. And you seal it. You put it over that crack. You make sure it's wide enough to cover. But once you put that nail glue on, you have essentially created a brand new nail tip. It's strong and durable enough to put your acrylic application on. Keep in mind, if you're using a more transparent acrylic powder, you will see that paper towel. I wasn't worried about that with this set because she was getting a nice pink, and I knew my pink was dark enough and it wasn't going to show that paper towel. So I said, girl, nail repair it is. And I was happy I caught it on camera. I wasn't too happy about it on the set in general, but I caught it on camera and I was like, oh, this is perfect. I can do, once I get my camera set up, I will definitely do more up close and personal videos on how to do that, and I can demonstrate it. But that is probably the best trick that I've learned doing nails. By far my favorite. I love learning new things like that. It just makes our job easier. Okay, so here we are. I am applying the acrylic. I don't do like the one bead method. I do about 3 beads initially, and then I always go over all my nails with a clear coat of acrylic. So I usually start where the nail tip and the natural nail bed meet in the middle. Then I go behind it, and then I go to the tip. And for me, that builds that nice apex, that nice curve that you want. You don't want flat nails. No flat nails over here. I don't do that. I like it to look natural. So that's usually what I do. This set, she wanted glitter. So on this finger, I made sure the acrylic was still wet. I sprinkled my glitter on using a nail tip. Yes, girl, you got to improvise. Because who going to pour all that glitter out on that finger? Not me, no ma'am. So I just take a nail tip, dip it in there, scoop, boop, 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 pour it on. Put it over my little glitter jar. That's my glitter jar. That's where I do designs like that. Dump it in so I don't have glitter everywhere. During this time of year, every set has glitter. And I don't have time to be cleaning up a whole bunch of glitter. No, I don't. So easy cleanup. Perfect. I'm almost done with this hand. When I say I was so satisfied with this set, I was so freaking satisfied. I've never been more satisfied with the set in a while. Sometimes I feel like I just get these bumps and I'm like, I'm ready. I got my creative juices flowing and I'm ready to slay a set. I'm ready. So here you see me get my clear. I get my core clear from Young Nails. It's just basic clear acrylic. I waited till that acrylic finger dried with that glitter. So when I went over it with the clear acrylic, the glitter's not swirling around. Another tip. You don't want to go in that with loose glitter. Glitter will be everywhere in your monomer, in your acrylic. It's sliding off the nail. You got to keep redipping it. So always wait till it dries so you know that it's in place. And when you encapsulate it with that clear, you're good. And here I am. I'm doing the same thing I did on my left hand. to the right. And she was feeling this at y'all. When I say she was looking at her hand and she just kept saying, oh my God, this is so gorgeous. This is so gorgeous. You can't really tell from this angle, but we did like a little ombre with some other glitter acrylic that I had on that ring finger. So again, another reason why I always encapsulate with clear acrylic, especially if you're doing an ombre. When you go ahead and you go through that with that drill, you don't want to drill off the ombre. So that clear keeps everything nice and in place and set. Another tip that I learned just doing nails. I've been doing nails for 3 years now. I still have a lot of growing to do, but from where I came, where my set started, woo, that within itself is a YouTube video I might do. Just then versus now, recreating some of my old sets, because it was a point in time where they was trash. They was trash. I'm like, baby, I got a while to go. Popping off in one day, I've come a long way. I'm so proud of myself. So here I am again, just showing that trick. Take that nail tip, dip it in that glitter, scoop it on, save you from having to pour that thing. I see some people use the paper method. I hate that method because I'm pouring out all this glitter just to pour it back. This, just take how much you need in that scooper or that nail tip and shake it on the nail. You're good to go. Boom. I always keep an extra brush on hand when I do glitter to dust off around the cuticle area to get it out, because you don't want that clumped up in the cuticle area. So at times you'll see me take another brush and just go around there and swipe it just to get that glitter out of there. Yeah, there we go. All right, so once I use my clear acrylic and I've gotten the nails to the consistency that I want, as far as thickness, it's a level and even, I go straight into filing the nail, getting that shape back. This is the second time throughout a set that I will shape, second and final. I get my side walls, the tip. You want a nice, clean, crisp nail. I lay my acrylic pretty well, in my opinion. However, this gives it a finished, sharp look, which is very important to me, extremely important to me. So I just go in with my file. I use 180 grit for this. And I'm getting those side walls and I'm getting that front of the nail so it's nice and straight. It's even. And yes, this is what I do here. Once I get to this part, this is the home stretch of the set. I'm basically done. This is the final part. I do both hands. Every time I do this, I kid you not, my clients, they always do a like, woo, your shaping is on point. I love the way you shape. My clients usually always say that. And I have came a long way. It was not like that. So if you are an aspiring nail tech, do not give up. Keep practicing, 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 practicing. It is so important. You will see the progress. I see my progress. And when I tell you, it was not an overnight thing. I just kept practicing, 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 and to the point where here I am. Oh, I cannot wait to do a then versus now, because I did not always have this skill. No, I had to learn how to do this. And it came with watching YouTube videos, believe it or not. So once I shape, I go in with my drill bit and I'm sealing the cuticle. That's really all I do with this. I seal the cuticle and I get any lumps or bumps. My application at this point has been pretty good. So whereas I used to, you have to use this bit and do like a whole rebalance of the nail to get my bumps out, my lumps, my dips, my curves. Whew, baby. I had to do work. Now it doesn't take that long. I go in with my buff and block and I get it smooth, like smooth marble countertop, smooth. Get my buffer block and I just buff all those nails so my client can go wash their hands and we can apply the polish. So that is what I do here. And again, like I said, this is the home stretch. We're at the end basically. If she wanted to, we could have slapped a clear coat on this bad boy and she could have been out the door. But she wanted something festive, fun, wintry. And that's what I gave her. Assignment understood. That's what I gave her. I understood the assignment. I'm very, very happy. I wish the audio wasn't so random and we were talking about because she just kept stopping and she was like, this is going to be an amazing set. So I'm happy I recorded this because this set, chef's kiss, beautiful. Alrighty, so my client has washed her hands. I am applying the base coat of the gel polish. I use this base coat is probably by far my favorite. This is also from iGel Beauty. It goes on so smooth. I'm like on my last leg with this bottle. I need to do a whole haul of nail supplies because your girl is running out. But I do my base coat. She cures for 60 seconds. And then we're going to go in with my white. I have yet to find a white that works perfectly. So if you have any recommendations, please comment them below. I use Valentino's white right now. That's what I use for this set. It is pretty smooth like butter. Usually the problem I find with white is that they're so runny and or they're so thick and hard to work with. This one is probably by far the best one I've used. It's Valentino Pure White. I love it. Here I'm just going in with my detailing striping brush to do a Frenchie. I used to be nervous to do Frenchies just because it takes a lot of precision, in my opinion, to get a good Frenchie and it doesn't look all jank. So I usually go in with my striping brush, and you'll see me in these clips from time to time pick up my acrylic brush. Yes, my acrylic brush. And I dip it in a little bit of monomer, a touch of monomer. I just dip it in there to get it a little bit damp so I can correct that cute smile line of that Frenchie. Any bumps, lumps, straighten it out. That's what I use to kind of correct, if you will, any mistakes that I may have made. This trick has been by far like my best friend when I do Frenchies, because when I started out, like I said, they were atrocious. But now, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's literally all I can say. It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. So, that is what I'm doing here. I am just painting on her Frenchie. And, yeah.
You did that.
I did, didn't I?
You did that.
Did y'all hear what my client said? I did that. She was so satisfied with this set, and I couldn't have been more happy myself. This set was literally amazing. It was phenomenal. Here's me doing the snowflake. I did basically the same exact thing on the other hand. And when I did that hand and I finished it, there's nothing else to say besides I did it. I did it. And a happy client is all I'm here for, to be honest. That's it. That's it. If she ain't happy, I'm not happy. If she not sitting there telling me I did that, I ain't do my job. I did not do my job. Look at her. She was so happy to show him off. She's like, oh, you got to get this hand in there too. Boom. Boom. That's a satisfied client. Satisfaction. Come get Sparkle by Shiloh. You will not be disappointed. Come get Sparkle by Shiloh. If you're in Cincinnati, Ohio, you need your nails done, and you want to walk around like the baddest bee in town, come get your nails done. You won't be disappointed. This video is coming to an end. I'm staging. I'm getting my props together. I'm happy. I'm happy. Vlogmas Day 3. Y'all did a set with me. When I come back, I'll have better footage, better recording. But this is it. I'm happy. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, punch it, type it, whatever you gotta do. See ya tomorrow.